Hello, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this week's Sunday reset. And for this one, let's start things off with a nice deep breath. In for 4, out for 4. Let's take another one of those. One more for good luck. Yep. So I came across this TikTok from the Glasgow Witch. There's going to be a link. But it made me think of something. And I did write a little bit, but I don't know if I'm going to just read it or if I'm just going to cliff notes what I wrote because it's a lot. But think about a time in your life when you were at a little bit of a low point and you felt like you were done and you wanted to give up. What made you want to keep going? What gave you the strength to continue when you felt like you didn't have any other options and like this was it, like you were just not gonna make it? For me, when I was at that point where I didn't know what I was going to do and I felt like I was out of options, I know there was a voice that just kept telling me, keep going, get up, and you're gonna be fine, like this isn't it, like keep going. And at the time I, thought that's a higher power, that's God, that's the universe talking to me. But I wasn't technically wrong, but I know now from where I am that the true source of that voice was me. It was this version of me, the version of me who didn't give up and didn't stop and didn't let that circumstances overcome me. And like I said, that's technically correct because we are all the universe, we are all God. We all contain elements of the higher power. The reason why I trusted that voice was because there was a certainty in it. There was like something in me knew just from the way that the voice spoke, like that they know. I didn't, like it's a sure thing. And of course, if it was me as I am now, I knew I was going to make it because I did. I've mentioned before that I am a ruminator. I tend to think back on, myself. I reflect a lot. And considering that there are a lot of retrogrades happening, a lot of planets are retrograding, there's definitely this energy of looking back and recalling. And I'm sure if you are not like me and you tend to be more present and you are more in the moment and you're not one to let the past affect you, this might be new for you. It might be foreign territory to be thinking about your past, and especially if you're in those moments mentally where you weren't at your best or you weren't sure you were going to make it, and you're thinking about that instead of looking at it from the perspective of living in it because you aren't anymore. Put yourself in the position of the voice. Whatever that voice said to you in that moment, think about it, because Like I said, I feel like most people have that when they're at a low point. A lot of people will say, like, I just heard a voice in my head say, keep going, don't give up. This is your opportunity to be that voice, because that's, I believe, time isn't linear. Like, this isn't real. It's, I believe, you know, that voice was you now. And so maybe that's why you're thinking about that moment, is so that you can be the voice when you find yourself thinking back on your low points. Take the opportunity to be the voice that you heard at that time and tell yourself exactly what you need to hear. And let yourself know that you made it. And give yourself a little hope. And also, a message for your current self is, when you are going through another low point, or you find yourself doubting the journey or whatever, you're going through something, and you hear that voice that says, you're going to be fine. You already know what that is. That's you telling yourself, because you've already done it. You've already made it through to the other side. You've already done it. Once you hear that voice, that's your confirmation. You know it's going to be fine. You can trust that voice because it's you. That's going to be the focus for this week. Whenever you find yourself feeling reflective, and that's your homework. So if you find yourself looking back, be the voice. And if you are at a point in your life that you know you will be looking back on later, and you hear that voice, trust it, because it's you. As a side note, while I was fiddling with the cards, the Eight of Pentacles came out, and the Six of Cups. And this card, especially in this deck, it's giving the Footprints poem, so you're not alone. And the Eight of Pentacles is about doing your work. I didn't mean to pull cards. They fell out. Thank you for sitting with me. I hope that you have a good rest of your week, and I hope that you will be kind to yourself.